So a lot of some of the matches I've seen where they got announced, immediately my head was thinking, right, we're going to get this happen and that happen. So we'll see when we come to it. However, despite this being a Future Shock heavy edition, we have seen a lot taking place down the M62 or the M60. Sorry, is it M62 or is it M60? M62, isn't it?
Yeah, the 62.
Yeah. I've been down the M60 so much I'm confusing myself. Down towards Liverpool, because our very own roving reporter in Myles Smith has been attending shows Liverpool side, as we have Infinite and Atomic. And at this point, I will hand the microphone to you. Run wild and run free while I guzzle on a Dr. Pepper.
I'm going to try blitz through these shows. Like, I'm going to try to do speedy reviews on these because I don't know how long we're on the recording. So, yeah, we'll try blitz through what I remember. So, we had Infinite Promotions bashing Bootle at the wonderful Bootle Cricket Club. I love this venue. This venue is fantastic. Yeah. So, the first match, which surprisingly, this was the first match of the show. And if any BritWres fans saw this as an opening match, you'd be like, how is that an opening match? So we had the new Infinite Tag Team Champions defending against Act 2. So Young Guns against Act 2 was your opening match. Yeah, and this delivered as two of the best tag teams in the UK scene at the minute. What more could you expect from Young Guns versus Act 2? Just phenomenal tag team wrestling between two of the very best. Majority of the match saw the Young Guns dominate Act 2. We saw a lot of great teamwork between the Young Guns where they were isolating Benjamin Harland for quite a lot of the match. Jack Knudsen had to get the crowd behind Ben to make the hot tag. And when the hot tag finally come into Ben Harland, Ben and Jack were cooking on gas. Like, I enjoyed this match. Great opener. Young Guns won with a doomsday device to Jack Knudsen, and my God, it looked like Jack Knudsen broke his neck. The way he fell from that doomsday device was scary, man. But yeah, good title defense for Young Guns. Second match, we saw the Savage Gent himself, Infinite GM manager, PL Dotson, everybody's favorite, with his protege, the big Scouse lad, Hannibal Hector, where he went one-on-one with the Liverpool ace, Matt Tucker. Solid match between two. I seen this match the week before in Warrington when it was the Infinite show in Warrington. In this match, I thought Matt Tucker was going to get some revenge and pick up a pinfall victory because Dotson beat him in Warrington. So I thought, okay, if they're going off the Warrington show, Tucker's going to pick up the win and tie it up and go 1-1. No, they swayed. So majority of this match was Dotson being an absolute coward, using the big Scouse lad Hector as his bodyguard to distract Tucker quite a lot throughout the match, caused a lot of distractions to Tucker. So Tucker was on the back foot quite a lot due to interactions from Hector. It was a good technical match between these two, with Tucker hitting quite a few power moves on Dotson, where you'd think Tucker nearly had the 3 count. But once again, Dotson cheats, picking up the pinfall victory with some brass knuckles, as expected. Gutted for Tucker, because I really thought he deserved the winner, but Dotson wants to give him the self wins. You absolute carny. I know Dotson's not watching this, so I can say what I want about you. You absolute carny.
I'll just clip it.
It just DM Dotson. So after that match ended, Dotson decided to do his GM duties, and we got the contract signing for Mickey Barnes versus Isaac North at the next show, the Azvex show. So with this contract signing, it was so weird, right? So the ring crew set up the tables, all right? Dotson told him to take the tables down because he doesn't want any hardcore things happening within an infinite ring. So the way they did this contract signing was so basically Isaac had the clipboard. He's just nonchalantly like signed the clipboard. I don't know if I've sent you the clip of how he did the signature. It was just so like when you look at the footage, it's just brilliant. So Isaac shoves the clipboard at Mickey Barnes and just like slams it to his chest. So weird thing with this. So Dotson said to Isaac he should have read the fine print. So apparently Isaac couldn't lay the first hands on Mickey Barnes before the match. But yeah, Isaac did not go ahead with the fine print. He laid the first hands on Mickey Barnes, and then it led to a 3-on-1 beatdown on Isaac North. So yeah.
To be fair, Mickey Barnes and Isaac North seems like an absolutely cracking match.
It's going to be a good one. This one's been brewing for a while. So yeah. I might have to persuade you to come to an Infinite show one day. I mean, it's at the Azvex Brewery. It's at the Azvex, you know that venue, so
maybe. Aren't they meant to be doing one in Manchester sometime this year?
Summertime. Yeah, it's supposed to be summertime for Manchester.
Well, so I'm interested to see what venue they go for on that.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what venue they go for. And will Young Guns still be tag team champions? Because if they go into Manchester, Young Guns, the face is in Manchester, so it'll be interesting to see if the Young Guns are heel in Manchester.
Depends how they go it, because I have known the Young Guns to come to Manchester and be heels. I'm thinking, well, that's a weird choice to go down, but
yeah. So after the contract signing, we got Dan Evans' open challenge match. I predicted who the open challenge taker was going to be before the match even started, because I said to Neil, I said to Neil outside before the show, I said, we've figured out who it is. I said, it's Zach Gibson. And he was like, no, it's not. I was like, why lie to me? I know it's Zach Gibson. He's here. He's in Liverpool. Even though I knew it was Zach Gibson, I still popped. It was, yeah.
That's why we call you Meltzer, because we know you know.
I know. Yeah, I lost my marbles. And my God, what a match this was between two Infinite Originals. Jesus Christ, if you were there watching this between these two, oh my God, you could tell like they've been in the game for a long time. Like it was just great British wrestling between two legends. Two legends just beating the living crap out of each other, move for move, just absolute, yeah. Wow. I just watching the match, like just watching clips back of how good this match was. It was brilliant. Like, I enjoyed it. I know quite a few of others that enjoyed the match as well. I'm happy with who won the pit, who got the pinfall. Dan Evans beat Zach Gibson, which I'm so happy for Dan picking up the huge win over Zach. Yeah, I want to see that match again, just one more time. Because if you run that one more time, I will be very happy. Please run it one more time.
You've heard him.
Yeah.
Run it
just
back.
one more time.
Yeah.
So next we had a surprise number one contendership match for Scott Oberman's title, in which we saw a triple threat match between Tom McCall, Ricky Regan, and Tom Felwell. Solid triple threat match. So coming into this match, right, I thought Tom Felwell was going to come out as a heel, because previous Infinite shows we've been calling him a donkey because he's been a heel.
Yeah.
He come out as a face, which threw me completely off. I was like, why is Felwell coming out as a face in Liverpool? And he's not even like running us down. Like, yeah. So the story of this match was, it was basically both just the fans cheering for both Toms, anyone but Ricky. It was a nice mixture of talent. Ricky Regan, it's the second time I've seen him. Now, the second time in Infinite Promotions. I like this guy. He's got something about him. He's a bit different. His ring gear, like his entrance gear, he comes down to the ring with his like little cowboy jacket and cowboy flares that he takes off. I dig it. It's something different, and his gimmick name, the whole shebang. Yeah, I rate it. Manx Stallion, always great seeing the Manx Stallion. Face or heel. I love Fel.
Felwell.
Fel's a great guy. The winner of this match, I'm happy with who won the match, because I've seen this match before in Infinite Promotions, and my God, it was a banger. So the winner of this match was Tom McCall. And so after the match ended, the lights went out. Tom McCall's in the ring, and the mysterious Scott Oberman comes out. Tom McCall's got his straps down at this point, looking like Kurt Angle. Perk McCall. Scott raises the lineage title up to McCall, and it looks like we're setting up for Oberman versus McCall, which I've seen this match before, and I know it's a banger. So title's on the line, so you know it's going to be even bigger of a match. Looking forward to it.
I was going to say, it's just putting them two together, having never seen them face like one-on-one, it is one of those matches that would make me want to actually come and see it.
It's a great match. I've seen it last year, I think. It might have been, no, it was last year at some point when they ran it in the Neverton venue, and they had no business being that good. It was a crazy match.
I will do
The
some
penultimate-
checking.
Yeah, it was 20. It was an Everton show. It was early 2024. Early 2024, from what I remember. How about I look at the messages I sent to Tom McCall? October 2024.
Ah,
Yeah, they ran this match before, and I'm glad they're going with it again.
yes. 19th of the 10th, 2024, in your Scouts. Final stop at the St. Bennett's Social Club in Netterton.
Yeah. So, with the title being on the line, my God, this is going to be another banger between these two. So, the penultimate match, we saw Lewis Johnson against Critchy. So, we saw Critchy come to the ring. Have you seen the footage of Critchy coming to the ring with Isaac Kearney?
No, I have just found your videos from the show, so I will give them a look afterwards.
I didn't get footage of Critchy's entrance, but if you go on Isaac Kearney's Facebook page, what a moment that was! Seeing Critchy come to the ring with Isaac Kearney, wow, good lad, Critch, nice lad. So to give him that moment was, it was nice. The match itself, I can't remember too much from this match. I think from what I recall, it was pretty much Lewis dominating this match. I don't know if they were short for time or if they were wanting to get to the main event quite quick. The only thing I'd say about this match, the finish was weird. It was an odd finish. So basically, Critchy has gone from a move in the corner, or I think Lewis dropped him head first into the middle turnbuckle, and it looked like Critchy knocked himself out, and then Lewis picked up a free count. It was a very, very bizarre finish. I don't think it was the intended finish. It was a good match, but yeah, the finish was a bit BS. It just looked like Critchy knocked himself out. I don't know what the intended finish was, but a few of us in the crowd said it was a bit of a crappy finish. Great match, but the finish was just a bit, unsure if it was intended or not, but it happens. It doesn't take away from the show. It's still a good match. And then the final match was for the Infinite World title, seeing Trent Seven defend against Kid Lycos 2 in a instant classic. Just, Brent at the minute, it's always good seeing Trent, and the fact that he's champion of Infinite now, I'm so happy that we're getting to see a lot of Trent Seven in Liverpool, because you can tell he's been in NXT, you can tell he's been in TNA, you can tell he's been in AEW. The guy is phenomenal, and going up against Kid Lycos too, instant banger. I'll tell you what it cracked me up during the show. Guess what they were chanting to Kid Lycos to throughout the match?
Go on.
They were calling him a badger. The kids in the crowd, for some reason, decided to call him a badger.
Any mashed potato around, or
No. And Lycos is like, I am not a badger, I am a wolf. And another thing, oh my God, I lost count of how many chops Trent did to Lycos in this match. I think he did about 30 plus chops to Lycos in this match. If you saw Lycos's chest after the match, he looked like he had his chest painted red. It looked like he got a tattoo of Trent's handprint. It was a crazy main event. Trent retained with the Birmingham run Lycos too, and it sealed off a superb show.
Badger.
Yeah. Instead of being Kid Lycos, how about we be Badger? Just drop the whole Lycos thing and just go Badger.
To be fair, his theme tune, if he came out, would be like the old meme from like
Badger, mushroom.
Yeah, badger, mushroom, badger.
Hey, if Modern Nomad ever comes back, there's your idea, Lycos. Come out as Badger.
Just come out with like animals of farthing wood.
It'll make you money. Just run with it.
You definitely make money.
Yeah, great show all around. And then the following day, we saw the crossover show between Atomic and Burning Heart. Yeah, this show was a banger. I'd say you were unlucky for missing that show, but you're at Eve's, and I've heard good things about Eve, so you were split for choice. Wrestling on that Sunday was crazy, and we saw a lot of fantastic raps. This was no exception. This was phenomenal. And the starting match was the Atomic title match, and it started off between Teddy and Chris.
Was it as brutal as I can imagine it being?
That and more. My God, what a match! It was weird seeing them like clash because the Northwest Strong. So this was the first time I've seen them clash before. I know they've run it all past when he was 2-bit.
I think it was the 2023 in December. It was a late birthday present for me, and it was 2-bit against Chris Ridgway, because earlier that afternoon, 2-bit and Joe Kessler had lost the tag. No, they didn't lose the tag titles. They lost to Grizzled Young Veterans, who'd come back over. So I think it was their first tour back. And then in the evening, we had 2-bit and Ridgway, and oh, Jesus Christ. The kicks. It was effectively, I'm just going to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And you're going to do the same to me.
Story of this match, exactly how you painted it. Just wow. I loved with this match as well. There was a lot of kissing going on. We were just kissing each other at the start of the match. And we got a chant of one more time.
He didn't come out with his creator character then.
No.
Where he came out as, I can't remember what the character's name was, but it was a play on Chris Ridgway.
Chris Brewway.
That's the one.
Yeah. Phenomenal match. The kicks Chris did to Teddy in this match, it actually looked like it winded him. And there was a series of slaps and chops to Teddy.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Teddy was getting battered. He eventually picked up the win with his... I'm trying to think how he ended the match. I think it was his top rope.
Was it the one where he runs in the corner and does like a crossbody?
Crossbody, yeah. But I think he hit like a few other moves in a sequence before hitting the finisher to like take it out of Chris. So it wasn't like it actually looked like it finished him off. Because you know how Teddy's done it before in the past, where he's hit that finisher and it's looked like it shouldn't have finished him off.
Yeah.
This time he's actually hit a sequence of moves before finishing it. So it looked like it actually was a finishing move. So yeah, great opener. Second match, we saw Kid Lycos 2's Open Challenge match. And it was taken on by everyone's favourite, Sam Bailey.
I'm just looking at the matches now.
Yeah. Sam Bailey took on Kid Lycos 2. This match was... it was so funny. Like, Bailey just being an absolute coward and just, like, trying to get away from Lycos. I think another pod... Oh, yeah. I watched a review of... I'm going to shout him out. Ewan from the Top Rope on YouTube. I've watched his review of him. He said the exact same thing. He said he enjoyed how Bailey was being like an absolute coward. There was a spot during the match where like Bailey's on the, the staging bit, like the entrance bit. Lycos is in the ring and he's telling Sandy Beaches to get him back when he's like a whole 6 foot back. It was brilliant. Bailey just being like such an absolute coward in this match. Lycos being Lycos, just hitting like speedy move after speedy move, just absolutely playing with Sam Bailey. The amount of times as well he tried the brain buster. I think he went for the brain buster like 4 times. It was brilliant.
I'm trying to think of which show it was I went to. It could have been Mystery. Or if it wasn't Mystery, it was Attack. And I think he must have said Brainbuster at least 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
I think it was a mystery show on the Sunday, actually, when I was watching.
Yeah, he did this against Bailey. I think he attempted the Brainbuster like 5 times.
And it was people in the chat were getting so annoyed, saying, "Why are you shouting out what you're going to do? It's not a surprise." And everyone explaining to this like Canadian or American, just going, "No, this is what he does." And then I think after like the 4th attempt, he then started typing Brainbuster. Oh, it's funny.
Yeah, just Bailey picks up the surprise pinfall victory by grabbing the ropes.
Same old Bailey.
It ends Bailey's losing streak in Atomic. The losing streak's over. Funny thing was in this match, Bailey said, it made me crack up. He said, 2025 is the year of Bailey. So it looks like he's running with that gag in Atomic now. How he's saying 2025 is the year of Bailey. Yeah.
He's
moving on to...
I don't think Sam's ever recovered after
being squashed by AJ.
Like, yeah, losing to AJ, I think, has just completely knocked him.
Yeah, the loss to AJ sent him back.
Then he got sent to the Shadow Realm when he went over the top rope during that Rumble.
Speaking of squash match, yeah, Rob Drake versus Joe Blazer. Oh, this was good, man. So Blazer comes down to the ring. So Rob Drake's come to the ring, cut a promo saying how he wants Joe Kessler. But Joe Kessler's got a match further on in the night. So we did get a Joe, but we got another Joe. Joe Blazer, everyone's favorite. So Blazer comes down to the ring, cutting a promo saying, "Oh, how he loves Manchester and the city of Manchester is wonderful," greeting all the Liverpudlians as he was in Manchester, popping the confetti.
It was the thing of Friday night seeing Blazer at Bridge Pro when I was filming. He got knocked to the outside. Ended up being on the table that I was sat at and just knocked the phone out me.
Sounds like Blazer.
I think he told me to F off. So I need to go back and see what he actually said. To be fair, I did really well catching my phone.
It sounds like Blazer. So the bell rings, right? Yeah, Blazer's taking off his shiny coat. And then he gets drilled by a spear by Rob Trade. And then Drake picks him up. And then I don't know what he hit him with. I think he hit him with like a Drake driver, or he's like his finishing move. He's absolutely dropped him on his head and picked up the freak out. I think the match was like 10 seconds long. Blazer took longer taking off his jacket. Oh, crazy.
I was just seeing if they had a time thing on a cage match, but they haven't. They've just got the results.
I think it was like 10 seconds. If you're going to do a squash match, that's how you do it. So then we got Mark Haskins promo next saying that he's having to vacate his title because he's got broken leg. I think he did his ACL. So Haskins vacates his title, announces the vacant title match. He announced all the talent to the ring. So for the Burning Heart title, we had Joe Kessler versus Troy Ryan versus Kenny Williams with Colton Davis. And I said Kid Lycos, didn't I?
You didn't, but you have now.
Kid Lycos. This match was, again, another brilliant match. So the story of this match was, it was effectively everyone at the start going against Kenny Williams and basically wanted to get Kenny Williams out of the match because he's the clear heel in the match. And there's three faces in Kessler, Troy, and Lycos. So effectively, the start of the match was all three of them guys focusing on Kenny Williams up until Kenny Williams's entourage, Colton Davis, started interfering within the match quite a few times, going from like the Burning Heart story angle. Colton was focusing on Kid Lycos in this match. He didn't really interfere with Kessler and Troy. He was after Kid Lycos. So quite a few times he grabbed him off from like the top turnbuckle, grabbed his leg. And then during the match, he's absolutely drilled him into the corner turnbuckle on the outside. Lycos gets taken out of the match for a little bit. So then it's basically just Troy, Kenny, and Kessler basically turned into a triple threat. Lycos comes back into the ring, I'd say a good 3-4 minutes later with a shoulder brace on. So Lycos is clearly banged up. I thought the match was going to go to Troy because I felt through the majority of this match, Troy was dominating and Troy was once again on fine form. But who won the match makes sense because he's one of the Burning Heart's main guys. The title eventually ended up going to Kid Lycos, which makes sense. I'm happy for Lycos. I would have loved to see it on Troy though. But yeah, overall, great title match. Right winner. There was a moment in this match. So I think the fans were giving Kenny Williams some stick. And he accidentally told him to fuck off. Yeah, despite being a PG show. And he went, oh.
To be fair, I think that happened when it was at the Academy in Manchester. I seem to recall everyone having a go at him and him just completely forgetting. But even so, the crowd that day was not really a PG crowd either.
And Kenny's reaction, he was like, "Oh well."
It's always funny when you have a supposedly like a PG crowd. Oh, sorry, PG show, and someone will just drop an F-bomb or something like that, and the face suddenly changes because it's like Rhino at Future Shock a couple of years ago when you had CP Riley basically being like a dick, and you had Rhino grabbing the microphone in like the first show. He goes, I know this is a family friendly show or a PG show. He says, but sometimes you've just got to call things as they are, and he's an asshole. I think, Jesus. And you could just see everyone like upstairs in like the gallery bit, just all putting like face palming, just going, "Oh no, what you doing, Rhino?" God bless him.
So yeah, new champion with Kid Lycos. So it'd be interesting to see how the title defense goes for him.
I take it Lycos was a fan favorite then.
Yeah, Lycos was fan favorite in this. Moving on to the scramble match, we had FTM, Critchy and Tom McCall going against the seminar winner in Judas Gray, Keenan Krishna, Leon Gray, Lily Winter, and Pele. Fun little scramble match. No complaints. Everyone getting their bits in. Everyone looking on fine form. I feel like the standout performer of this match, it was a tough one because everyone was getting their bit in. But I felt like the match, Judas Gray stood out in this match. I felt like Judas was getting a lot of his signature moves in. I feel like they were using this match to spotlight Judas and show how good he is. Because we all know how good the talent is, but I felt like the match was focusing more towards Judas.
Gotta say, I do enjoy watching Judas.
Yeah, Judas is great.
I'm fairly new to seeing him on shows, but every time I see him, it's always an absolute joy to see.
Despite it being an 8-person, like all man for themselves, there was a little angle in this where Pele was teaming with Lily Winter because they're newfound friends. So they were teaming up for a little bit. And obviously FTM were working together as a team. So we saw a lot of like tag team moves, like the usual tag team moves from FTM. So yeah, FTM were working well as a unit. So you had Tom hit his like top rope bulldog, like the assisted bulldog. You had Tom hit his rebound lariat, which that is one of my favorite moves to watch. Tom's rebound lariat is a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
It's one of the best moves to watch.
It's one of the best lariats I've seen on the British scene.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Because it actually looks devastating when he hits it.
The finish was it was different for a scramble match. So we saw a double pin, and it saw the winners being FTM. So yeah, it was a double pin.
I'm just looking now at like the result. I'm thinking, hang on, 8-way. How on earth do you have FTM as winners if it's not a tag team thing? But now you've said that, it makes a bit more sense.
I think it was Judas Gray that took one of the pins. I think they pin. No, they pinned two separate people. I think, or did he just? It was confusing to watch. I know Judas Gray took one of the pinfalls. I can't remember who took the other pinfall. I think it was maybe Max Brooker. I can't remember, but yeah, interesting outcome to the match, having a tag team win a scramble match. But hey, it's different, and it opens up more opportunities for FTM now in Atomic. What do they get for that? Do they get a title shot, or where we going with this? Because effectively it's a singles match, but a tag team's won it. So did they get a tag team title shot? What do they get? Do they have to face each other? Like, where are we going? Where are we going with this? I think they'll get a tag team title shot for it. I think, because I think Critchy will demand the title shot and say, "Look, we've just beat 6 other wrestlers. Give us a title shot."
I was going to say, were FTM fan favorites or rule breakers on this one?
They were faces in this. Yeah, they were fan favorites.
I was going to say, because I think the last time
they were heel.
They were heel.
Yeah, when they faced Lizzie and
cheering for them.
Yeah, it's when they faced Lizzie and Rio, wasn't it?
No, it was a different. It was when
was it Gene and Bailey?
I think it was. Yeah, it was Gene and Bailey. It's the thing with FTM when I see them on Liverpool shows, other than TNT, I never know fully if they're kind of like for or against. Because I'll go to a Liverpool show and they'll be the fans will boo them, and then the next show they'll be cheering them. I'm thinking, pick a side, decide what you're doing. Unless they're just like in between us, or it's just like, depends how we feel on the day.
So after FTM's win, we had Landon Riley, who was originally supposed to be facing Declan McCarthy, but Big Deck was ruled out due to concussion. So this opened the door for Chase Alcala, and we got Landon Riley versus Chase Alcala. Again, no complaints. Another solid showcase for new talent. Landon Riley's debut in Atomic. Put on a great match. Hopefully opens the door to him to come back into Atomic, because he put up quite a good performance against one of Atomic's very own, Chase Alcala. Quite a lot of high offensive moves from Landon. A lot of top rope moves, which it's always impressive to see somebody with that moveset against more of like a grappler and technical wrestler in Chase Alcala. Majority of the match, it saw, I'd say 80-20 in favor towards Chase. I felt Chase dominated quite a lot of the match, doing usual heel stuff where he's just absolutely just working down the face and just getting the crowd to absolutely despise him. I got a good chant going towards Chase in this match. I told him to shave his tash. So a few of us were chanting "shave the tash," and then a couple of fans towards the left were like, "Keep the tash, keep the tash." Chase got a little smile out of it. He enjoyed it.
I can imagine that as well.
Yeah. Finishing the match off. So, corner spot. Sandy Beach is in the corner. Chase and like Landon are sort of in the corner. Landon nearly hits like Sandy Beach. The ref like looks away.
Yeah.
Ref's attention's looked away, and then Chase absolutely boots Landon in the balls. And then he hits him with a finisher. I think his finisher was it. I think it was like a pile driver. And then 3 count from there. Solid match. Not what I thought we'd get, but first time matchup and delivered quite a solid match. And then we're moving on to the main event, the double tag title match.
I'm interested to hear about this.
Holy crap, what?
The result.
Oh my god, this match was crazy good. So the story of this match was everybody hates Act 2. Everybody wants Act 2 to drop their belts. So a lot of the match, it was every team focusing on Act 2, like working on Act 2. There was a few spots in this match which I loved. So, you know, Act 2 spot where they do Make-A-Wish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Danny Hope and Isla Dawn hit it on Ben Harland. And we got it twice. And Ben's just there clutching his balls.
Did he get it done twice to him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't rub them, son. Count them.
Yeah, so the first pinfall was for the Burning Heart title, which we saw the models pin Act 2. So after the pinfall had happened on Jack Knudsen, the bell rang again for the Atomic title. And then the models try to get a pinfall on Jack, like dead quick. And then everybody just rushes into the ring and like snatches the models off the pinfall and start like scrapping. There was a lot of like outside brawls as well in this match. I'm just looking at my footage. So Pud Quinlan hits a crazy corkscrew moonsault. It was phenomenal. So Gibson and Isla Dawn are like fighting outside with Act 2. And then you've got the models as well on the outside. Pud Quinlan goes up to the top rope and then hits a massive corkscrew moonsault, which was a thing of beauty. And I was like up really close to it as well.
Did you catch him?
No. Wasn't that close.
Not a good worker then.
Yeah, the whole match was just fantastic. So Isla Dawn come down to the ring, billed as grizzled young veterans with Zach Gibson. So yeah.
I was just thinking where Drake was.
Yeah, Drake was still in America.
Ah.
So Isla come down to, she was dressed up in a grizzled young veterans themed gear, so like a red gear. Shiny red gear. Throughout the match, we had a little confrontation between so the lights went out, or like dimmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lights fully went out. So we saw this guy rush into the ring, jumped over the bar, like guardrail, ran into the ring, and went face to face with Zach Gibson. Scott Oberman laid him out.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
think I've heard about this.
Yeah, man. If this match ever goes ahead, I need to get my tickets for it because it's got Oberman versus Zach Gibson.
Well, I think he has stated he'd like to face him. So
it's going to be good. Quintessential ended up winning the match with a Death Valley driver to a elbow drop on Benjamin Harland to pick up the 3 count.
I was going to say, so they ended up losing both titles then?
Yeah, they got pinned for both of them. Yeah. Knudsen took the Burning Heart pin, and then Harland took the Atomic pin. And then after the matchup, we had a little celebration with the models and Quintessential. And then as they were celebrating, Gibson cuts a promo on Oberman saying, I don't know when I'll be back, but when I'm back in Liverpool, I want a fight with you. So I think if
there's your ticket.
Yeah, next time Gibson's in Atomic, yeah, well, looks like we're getting Oberman versus Gibson, which is
it's April, I believe.
Yeah, they got the birthday show, but I don't know if Gibson will turn up for that.
Because it's a thing of I am unsure yet. I only found out that because it's the same day as GPW.
Yeah, they got the birthday show.
Yeah, 26th of April.
And then after Gibson's promo, we got to see them all do the model strut, and we even got to see Zach Gibson do it. Danny Hope said to Zach Gibson, "Come on, Gibbo, we've all got a bit of we've all got a reputation. It doesn't matter." So Zach Gibson hits the strut with a Isla Dawn and models and Quintessential.
Out of all them, the one person I cannot see doing a strut is Gibson.
And he did it very well.
He do it.
And he even did the turnaround. He even did the pose. He did the turnaround and pose.
To be fair, I can and I can't see him doing it. I can see it because he is a bit goofy himself, but when you see him on pretty much any wrestling show, you think, nah, he wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Overall, both Liverpool shows absolutely delivered, so no complaints.
Well, I think one thing I definitely will be doing, I think I will definitely be cutting this into 2 separate shows. I think I've decided on that.
Yeah.
This will be part 2. So that was an additional episode. Thanks to Mr. Myles Smith, the Warrington Meltzer, for the little review of both Infinite and Atomic. Thank you very much to him. Our next episode will be looking back at briefly what happened at North in Leeds, and also what happened at Bridge Pro Wrestling Brand New Level 3, which took place last week, while people message me because no one does it when I'm not recording. However, I hope you enjoyed that little extra show. We will be back soon. Socials, I'll literally just put them down below. But yeah, thank you for watching or listening, and we will see you on the next episode.